This is the person who wished to burn in hell.
We just want to defend
Yeah,
whatever belongs to us. What's about combat traumas?
It wasn't my intention to go to Kyiv. My hobby is dancing.
Yeah.
6:30, my mom wakes me up. It was a shock for me. And every second you might lose it. Feeling a little bit paralyzed. People were dying. It's wrong to come here and to invade, to kill us.
And the favorite targets of Russia. They love maternity hospitals.
She comes to the hospital every day. That in the beginning she decided to make a big red cross. Medicine,
It's like press. They should not shoot at press.
To be honest.
No. Either Ukrainian or Russian.
But everyone would be like, what? Who are you?
Putin and the Russian propaganda machine is speculating about language a lot.
There was no suppression of Russian-speaking people. Well, maximum you just apply the tourniquet.
Yeah, Ukrainian, you're free to say whatever you
No,
want.
but BBC has posted an article. I hate that bastard. We don't want to be refugees. Like, we love our country. It's like the captain of the ship. You have to stay with your ship.
Nice.
Who will rebuild this country? I hate death and I hate war. I'm here to fight with death.
Hi everyone, it's Liza, clinical wizard, and my special guest today is Anna. She's anesthetist and she's working hard during the war and assisting at the surgeries. Hi Anna.
Hi everyone.
How are you?
I'm nervous because it's the first time I'm giving an interview like that.
You look great, you have perfect English, so just relax and enjoy our interview. The first question I'd like to ask you, which kind of surgeries your team is doing right now?
Okay, I work in 2 different places, in 2 different cities, and...
You can tell about this more.
Okay. First one is Dnipro, my native city, my hometown, and there I work in maternity hospital. So I'm providing anesthesia during cesarean sections, during gynecological surgeries, and I give analgesia during labor.
Wow,
well,
great.
Yeah, that's
It's
what
very sacred work, to be honest.
Positive, sacred, tough, all true. And the second one is Kyiv hospital, municipal hospital, where I work mostly in intensive care unit, and this hospital does different kinds of abdominal surgeries, and also mostly they fix hernias of different kinds. That's my specialty. That's hernia center of
I see.
Our city, this city, and and also they provide surgical help when there's urgent situations in the abdomen.
What's about combat traumas? Have you ever had any patient like this?
No, they were just we had patients that are soldiers, but it's not the combat traumas. We don't.
They're just militaries and they had their planned surgeries.
They had other kinds of problems.
Okay, I would like to know how your life changed after the beginning of full-scale invasion. Was it always like this, that you have been working in 2 different cities at the same time, Dnipro and Kyiv?
No, I've been working for almost 9 years just in Dnipro, maternity hospital, and then it was becoming more and more like boring. I don't know how to say. It's not like you feel that nothing is changing and you don't promote yourself. You're a little bit stuck and everything's the same. The surgeries are the same. It's just women, it's very narrow, and if you want to be a really good anesthetist, you have to be skilled in different spheres of surgeries.
So you decided to try your luck in Kyiv, but it was before the full-scale invasion, right?
It was before, it was 3 years ago. It wasn't my intention to go to Kyiv. I just wanted to change my life. Just wanted to become a better anesthesiologist, a better specialist.
Great.
And then I've met the head of the department in Kyiv, and he seemed to be a decent person, an interesting person, also like my age, energetic, Ukrainian speaking, patriotic, and it all made a difference. It meant something to me. So I decided, okay, let's try it. Let's risk. And the city is Kyiv, and also the hospital is located in my favorite location in Kyiv. So
Which
it's
is?
another, which is near, Kontraktova Ploshcha.
Podilsky district.
Podilsky district, yes.
Okay, good. But what was the most significant change which happened to you during the full-scale invasion since 24th of February?
Okay, moving on to 24th. It's funny that I woke up in my hometown in the morning of 24th. I arrived there just for 4 days because my hobby is dancing, and we were supposed to have a dancing performance on the big stage in our drama theater, Shevchenko Drama Theater in Dnipro, and I took the train in the evening of 23rd, and I arrived almost at midnight, and went to bed around 2 a.m. and like 6:30, my mom wakes me up, screaming that there's war, they're bombing, they're shelling us. Like, what? I didn't understand. How is it possible? I couldn't believe till the last moment that they're gonna invade like that.
It's true.
It was a shock for me, and so I was supposed to stay there just for 4 days, like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Sunday evening take the train to Kyiv, and Monday I was supposed to have a 24-hour shift in Kyiv, but I got stuck for 2 months. So I wasn't working in Kyiv for 2 months. I was just working in Dnipro for those first 2 months, like March and April. I returned to Kyiv in May. The first 10 days it was just a never-ending stress. It was something that I haven't experienced before, ever. I mean, my work is deeply associated with stress, but it's like ups and downs, because you're very stressed, because you have the biggest responsibility for a human's life, and it's in your hands, and every second you might lose it if you do something wrong.
True.
It's just some moments of anesthesia when it's like that. But then when you pass it, like it's like, okay, the patient is, for example, intubated, or there's a complicated intubation performed, everything is successful, everything is safe, patient is safe, and then you breathe out, and like you monitor the patient, everything is good, you can relax and joke with your colleagues, and you feel relieved. But those 10 days was like never-ending top of stress. And I was getting tired because of that stress.
I can imagine.
Like I was feeling a little bit paralyzed. It was hard just to move. You're like a robot because of tension that you feel in your body. And of course I was shocked because our people were dying. Huge amount of people, I believe, were dying the first days. And so I feel I'm pretty empathic, and my skin didn't become that much thicker. Also, I worked for years in medicine, but still I feel sympathy to my patients and to people around.
Yeah.
So I felt like that pain of people that I involved. I was so sorry for soldiers that were dying, and in the beginning I thought that Russians will stop, because I really thought that their soldiers will understand that they're doing wrong, that it's wrong to come here and to invade, to kill us, and maybe they are fooled as well. Maybe they will try to go back.
They will understand and retreat, but they didn't.
No, some were retreating. Yeah. I mean, some were not retreating, but
fleeing. To be honest.
Yeah, fleeing. But I mean, I hate death and I hate war, and I just want them to leave my country alone. I want them to save their lives and go back to their deeply loved Russia and build the Russian world within the Russian borders, and that's all. Just go back. I mean,
I completely agree with you.
That's all.
To be honest. And Dnipro city and Dnipro region, they have been constantly shelled and bombed since the beginning of the war, full-scale war. And now I think it got even worse. Like every day we have very bad, serious missile attacks. How are you managing this? And the favorite targets of Russia are, apart from schools and kindergartens, they love maternity hospitals and simple hospitals. Like, how are you managing? How is the building of your hospital? Is it intact?
No, so far it's intact, and the head of the hospital is really, really devoted person. She's a gynecologist, and she's devoted to her profession, and she basically lives there. She's every day there. She comes to the hospital every day. There's no weekends for her, and everything is alles ist in Ordnung. Everything is correct. Everything is prepared. She's like a cum laude student, and she's a woman, and so everything is like there's no dirt. Everything's clean on every level, and the ground
She's
is
very
same.
neat.
I see. And she was trying to do everything correct, and what I know, my boss of my department, anesthesiology department there, he said that in the beginning she decided to make a big red cross on the top, on the roof. He said, don't do that, please don't do that.
Yeah,
no, I want to mark that.
Because they will want to strike it even more.
They shouldn't shell us because we are medicine. We are
it's
like
press. They shouldn't shoot at press, but they usually do.
And then like she has put that red cross, but after 2 or 3 days, probably there was an order from above, remove it. And then she removed it. By now it's all intact. My hospital is intact.
And I hope and I believe it will stay the same way.
Yeah.
And does the staff usually go to the basement during the air raid sirens and alarms?
To be honest.
No. I know the answer.
No.
They keep on doing their work.
The families, women with their babies and fathers, they all go down. Patients. And it's very, like, it's touching to see that, how they are, holding those newborns and the tiny people in their hands and doing everything to rescue themselves and the family, which is super important now because the population of Ukraine is drastically decreasing. Yes, we need to do as much as possible to correct this. Of course, I know that it's gonna keep decreasing, but every baby is even more valuable now than it used to be before.
It's true. A tricky question. Why did you stay? Why did not you flee the country? Why did you decide to stay in Dnipro, in Kyiv?
No, I'm not that kind of person. I don't run around wrapped in the Ukrainian flag, but all my life I've been a Ukrainian patriot. All of my conscious life. Although I'm a person who was raised in a Russian-speaking environment, because this is the Central Eastern region, and for centuries it was like that due to anti-Ukrainian language and anti-Ukrainian culture policy of Russian Empire, followed by the Soviet Empire, Soviet Union. We were like mostly people of Dnipro and Dnipro region, especially in the cities, they speak Russian. Or they speak the dialect, which is 80% Russian words with the endings changed into Ukrainian way.
Like Surzhyk?
Surzhyk. But I prefer to speak clear, like pure language.
Either Ukrainian or Russian.
But now it's not that impressing, but if I spoke Ukrainian, like pure Ukrainian 10 years ago, everyone would be like, what? Who are you? So
a lot of things
most of my
changed.
life I've been speaking only, Ukrainian with people who are from the Ukrainian speaking areas, and mostly Russian in my professional sphere. And I was studying Russian in school and then in university. Although they were asking, like, the professors were asking which language you would like to have the lecture in, and I was like, Russian. So, okay. It was like that. But still, I'm voting with both hands for one and only state language, which should be Ukrainian.
Yeah, and everyone at least must know it.
Yeah, everyone.
We are not
must know.
controlling the state that we check which language you use for your private communication behind your walls at your flat, but like everyone must at least know how to speak Ukrainian.
If you're a citizen of Ukraine, you should know Ukrainian, you should understand Ukrainian, and when it's demanded to speak Ukrainian, you should answer in Ukrainian. And in your professional work, especially like for example, even me, like I should speak with
when you're on duty,
when I'm on duty with the patients in Ukrainian, unless they want me to switch into Russian, because some of them really don't understand, because it can be old people, or it can be retarded people, or it can be like they just don't know these words.
And we are just kind to each other. This is what we do.
I'm always.
And do you agree that this war has never been about the language, even though Putin and the Russian propaganda machine is speculating about the language a lot and is trying to make us fight right now because of the language? But this war is not about the language. It's a complex, and it's about Russia wanting to destroy us as a nation.
For sure, they want to destroy all of the Ukrainian, all of the signs of Ukrainian nation, which one of the biggest signs is the language.
Yeah.
It's true, but the excuses they give that they need to protect the Russian-speaking people is fake. Like, we didn't have such problems. We live in a free society.
We have never restricted them.
No, there was no suppression of Russian-speaking people. Just that we started like kindly translating, for example, Russian TV series, giving the subtitles in Ukrainian.
Introducing Ukrainian to our culture, which is normal because it's the only state language.
It's not that we eliminated everything Russian or Russian culture. No, it was super nice from my state, our state, to behave like that with Russian-speaking people and Russian culture, Russian language in general. So, no, I don't see any signs. I don't see any reason. I don't see any excuse for them to invade and protect me as a Russian-speaking person, for example.
And I speak Russian too. I mean, I speak Ukrainian right now every day, but I know how to speak Russian really well because I'm bilingual. And the second last question, I think, would be, do you have any message for medics and paramedics who are working on the front line right now and saving the lives of our soldiers? What would you like to say to them?
I want to wish them best of luck, and for God to protect them and protect their people that they help. They should always pay attention to the personal security. Like it's the rule.
You mean to protect themselves first
of all,
and then rescue the patient?
It's the rule. It's the rule.
It's true.
In the war times, if it's the combat medicine, first of all, you should be sure that you can provide any help now. And any help should be provided in the yellow and green zone. First of all, in the red zone, you just drag the person to the yellow zone.
To the safer
place. Or maximum, you just apply the tourniquet. That's all. It's not you. Mostly, it's the patient, the wounded person, who should take out the tourniquet, his tourniquet, her tourniquet, and put it on his extremity, and then you help him.
It seems to me like we need to film another series of the combat medicine. Not right now, but I can send something like that would be very useful. And the last question I would ask you, do you have any message to the Western community of politicians and journalists? And also, if you would like, you can send any message to Vladimir Putin. Yeah, you're Ukrainian, you're free to say whatever you want.
No, but I hate that bastard. I mean, I don't think I should even waste my energy pronouncing any word to him.
It's understandable.
I think this is the person who I wish to burn in hell. Like right now, starting from now, and eternally. Like this, he deserves all of my hate.
And the Western journalists or politicians who are in power to make some decisions.
Okay, there's a small story. I've seen that the first day during the big scale invasion, I think it was the 24th, the BBC has posted an article about United Kingdom willing to accept as many refugees from Ukraine as we want, and I was like, what? I was commenting BBC post for the first time. It was a long answer, saying that we don't want to be refugees. Like, we love our country. We don't want to use the situation as a chance to move to the happy, comfortable life in the West. No, we have what to lose. There's many people who have what to lose here.
We just want to defend whatever
defend.
belongs to us and stay on our land.
It's about me. That's also the reason why I didn't move. I mean, I think if you're a patriot and you stay, it's like the captain of the ship. You have to stay with your ship.
Nice analogy. I like it.
Till the end. You see, if you really consider yourself a patriot, like, who will rebuild this country? Who will defend these people? Who will provide the medical help for these people? If you love them, if you love your country, you also love your people. You don't. It's not the matter. It's not just about the land or the building or the nature. It's people who are the country. For the Westerners, I wrote that if you really want to help us, like, give us. We need ammunition. We need.
I don't need a right. I need ammo.
We need also. We need humanitarian aid. We need medical aid. We need people here. Like, if you want to fight
Thank you, veterans.
for the right, for the light, for the good, come here and fight with us.
True.
And we need I don't know how to call them. Different kind of warfare. I don't know, like what we need to defend ourselves and to counterattack the Russians and to throw them away to the borders.
The real borders, the Western artillery?
Not the 24th. I mean the borders that were in 2013.
Yeah.
I mean those borders.
Even in 1991, when they were internationally recognized by the whole world community. It's true.
We need to restore our borders. I mean,
sovereignty and territory. Yeah.
All of our soldiers, they don't want to. After everything that we've lost already, they want to fight till we restore the borders of Ukraine. At least everyone who I spoke with.
We would not agree for less.
They wouldn't agree for less.
It's true. It's true. Thank you, Anesthetist. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful, and I wish you best of luck and all the success in your work, in your personal life, and please stay safe, happy, and let's survive together this cruel and brutal genocide of the nation.
Thank you so much.